Welcome to today's meeting. This is an informational meeting to help you learn about monthly family financial planning and to help you get out of debt and stay out of debt. According to Dave Ramsey, the most important thing is to be present. If you're not present, both everybody, you and your spouse, you will not succeed in your financial planning. This entails all adult members of your household responsible for income coming into the house and all adult members responsible for outgoing income in your house. Next, bring to the table all income and bills, no matter how small the bill is. It does not matter if it's $1 or $100, it still counts. These basics are necessary in order to move forward with the plan of debt relief. If all members of the household are not on the same page, the plan will not succeed. The same is true for all bills and income. If you do not account for all information, you are setting yourself up for failure. The first step is setting our goal. Our first goal is obviously to get out of debt. Or is it to go on vacation? Or maybe your goal is to build a deck. Either way, no matter what you plan, it is sure that each person agrees that this is the goal you are working for. Make yourself a poster. Take a picture. Do whatever you need to do to make the plan visible to you, each and every day. If you cannot see your goal will be lost, and your plan will not succeed. The next question will be, where do we start? Like all plans, a starting place is necessary. By bringing to the table the bills and income, you can see what your financial status is at this point in time. Start with your income. Make a list of all income coming into your home. Next, list all your household bills. These are the bills necessary to live: your water, gas, electricity, etc. Next, list all I want that bills. You're going to ask me next, what is an I want that bill? And I want that bill is, I want that purse. I want those new shoes. What about the new car? I don't feel like cooking. I want to go out. But how do you pay for these bills? Credit cards? Income you don't have. Either way, they count. Now you look at yourself and say, what do you do? And how much do you know about your financial status? Start by making your basic budget. Making a basic budget means listing all your bills, all your income, and then do the math. For our purposes, we are going to start with an income that has a take-home pay of $7,711. From there, we are going to take out our mortgage, our water, our satellite cable, our phone, gas, food, school, and electric. These are all your household expenses. But wait, that doesn't mean you're really out of debt. Although you have leftover funds, you still have credit card, furniture store, loans to pay off, cars for members of your family. Your total debt is over $29,000. And this does not count those little luxuries we enjoy, like going to get our nails done on a bi-weekly basis, pedicures or haircuts, extra clothing just because we want to have it. Our extra income from our bills and income is not going to cover these expenses. So what is your next step? Look at Proverbs 22. Verses 6 through 8 tell us, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. As long as we have debt, we are slaves to the master. We must come up with a recovery plan. Real budget. Not just the word budget, but a realistic budget. What did we forget when making our first budget? Malachi 3 tells us, "Will a mere mortal rob God? Yet you rob me." But you ask, how are we robbing you? In tithes and offerings? We now need to look at our realistic budget. The Bible tells us the tithe is 10% of your income, and that income goes to the storehouse. In this case, our actual income before taxes was $10,221. So our tithe is $1,022 a month. Larry Burkett tells us in his book to pay ourselves next. Our savings needs to be 10% of our income as well. That's another $1,022 each month going into the bank. How long do we save? Well, according to Dave Ramsey, we must start with a $1,000 emergency fund. We're going to achieve that on our first month. From there, we are going to take our regular household expenses that we discussed before, our mortgage, water, cable, phone, gas, food, school, electric, and spending allowance. A spending allowance is that small amount of money that you allow yourself each month so that you may move forward and stop and get that Coke, stop at McDonald's when you absolutely have no choice. It allows you to keep from feeling deprived and at the same time achieving your ultimate goals. Suddenly you're going to look at your income and realize your leftover income is all you had, but now you don't. In his book, Financial Peace, Dave Ramsey says, if you want to live like no one else, you have to live like no one else. We've listed all of our household expenses. Now we need to list our want that bills using your minimum payments. Start by listing those minimum payments in the order that you have your highest interest. At this point, you want to do the math once again, and you should have some disposable income. But that disposable income is not yours to keep. You are going to take that disposable income and you're going to apply it to your most expensive bill until that bill is completely paid off. You will continue to do this until all of your I want that bills are done. Sounds simple, but what is the hard part? The hard part is getting out of debt. You must stick to your budget. Your family must agree as a unit that you will stick to this budget. Again, to live like no one else, you have to live like no one else. In the treasure principle, they tell us, even if there's a little bit as $5 left over, you put that $5 toward an expense until the expense is gone. Shred your credit cards. This is a very hard thing for most of us to do. Take your credit cards and shred them. They are a temptation. The Bible tells us to run from temptation. Run fast, run hard. Move away from your credit cards, shred them, and make sure you do not have the ability to charge again. This means no more mani-pedis, ladies. You and your daughters are going to have to stay home and paint your own nails. Have a fun night. Do something that will make you happy. No running to McDonald's because you just don't feel like cooking for the family before the soccer game. You need to plan ahead and have dinner ready when you get home. Once the bills are gone, congratulations, you are out of debt. But you're not free yet. It is important that we are prepared. Continue to put money in your savings till you have a minimum of 6 months' expenses saved. We chose this amount because in today's society, 3 to 6 months is the length of time it takes for most husbands or wives to find a new job if something happens in the family. And this allows you to continue to live without worrying about paying your next bill until that job is found. So where is your deck or your vacay? The key is to stay out of debt. Once your 6 months is completed, open a new account, a savings account. Put away the money until you can buy your deck or go on your wonderful vacation. Once all of this is done, you have succeeded.